Welcome everyone to the 24th annual meeting of the Community Fund for Women and Girls. I'm truly honored to be here tonight as chair of the fund, representing members of the advisory board, current and former members. I'd like to ask at this point to have all the advisors to stand and be acknowledged for all the hard work that you do. Please stand. And I'd also like to ask former advisory board members and volunteers to stand who are equally important in all the work that you do. Thank you for all the work that you do. So an important part of the fund's annual meeting tradition is to publicly recognize the award grants to our nonprofit partners who are working to advance women and girls. I'm told that in the first year of grant making, the fund awarded 4 grants totaling $3,000. Tonight, we recognize the work of 12 nonprofit partner organizations and with grants totaling $130,000. And we know that to date, the Fund for Women and Girls has awarded over $1.4 million in grants to nonprofits. And this work has affected over 20,000 women and girls. So grants from the fund utilize a gender lens and rely heavily on the lived experience and knowledge of those closest to the issues. At our 2015 annual meeting, Gloria Steinem shared the story of the village in Africa that had an elephant issue. The elephants were trampling the vegetation, which was a source of income and food. There were many ideas on how to discourage the elephants, some more complex than others. The solution proposed by the women was to focus on the earnings to feed their families and propose a simple and effective solution, a fence. While we don't have to worry about elephant issues in New Haven, we do have a large number of experienced women sharing solutions and a great number of nonprofit organizations working with them to make positive change. In your program tonight is a list of the 2019 grant awards to our nonprofit partners. It's quite an impressive list. You'll find organizations working on the front lines of gender equity and economic security, and you'll also find a deep commitment to inclusiveness. I'm delighted to announce that this year's awards includes our first Lgbtqia Award to help the New Haven Pride Center develop program offerings specifically for women and those who identify as female. You will also find in the program a program to develop a community integrative supportive service for women on the autism spectrum through Chapel Haven. Similarly, Community Bonds, the organization that has done extraordinary work in providing legal services and advocacy on the immigration front, has also enabled the fund to provide seed funding for an innovative first to organize an initiative led by women of color against mass incarceration. Our partners at the Connecticut Women's Education and Legal Fund are also working on the legal front to ensure that language is not a barrier for the provision of services. Through their bilingual advocate and fellowship program, low-income and Spanish-only speakers have access to information and services. The multi-generational approach offered by the Collective Conscious Theater to partner high school-aged women with elders to chronicle their experiences with political participation that will culminate in a production at the end of the year. The commitment to addressing the challenges and barriers faced by pregnant and parenting teens is apparent in the grants to Bridges Healthcare Incorporated for their work to expand programming of their successful Be Safe program into West Haven, as well as the comprehensive services provided by Student Parenting and Family Services at Wilbercross High School. The fund is working to direct resources toward economic security for women through the lifespan. You can see that with the investment in the New Haven Free Public Library to help expand their Tech Titans Girls Who Code Club for girls grades 3 to 5 to all city branches. Additionally, our partners at IRIS, which is Integrated Refugee and Immigrant Services, are helping refugee women learn English while providing child early care and learning experiences for preschool children. 2 of our nonprofit partners are working to impact the financial futures of women and women business owners. The Women and Family Life Center one-on-one financial consulting program is directed at women and women heads of households, and All Our Kin's business development program invests business building resources and capacity into local family child care providers. And I would be remiss if I did not mention the Connecticut Collective for Women and Girls. That is receiving a second year of funding for the statewide efforts to connect and inform women-led and women-girl serving organizations across the state. Staffed by our partners at QUELF, the collective has just started working with the state's Governor's Council on Women and Girls, as well as the national organization United State of Women. And they will be planning and organizing a statewide Galvanized Connecticut Women's Summit Day for later this year. So please put Saturday, December 7th on your calendar and stay tuned for more information on that. So all of our grant awards are related in some way to economic security and inclusive growth, and all of them are made possible by women's philanthropy, the generous sharing of time, talent, and treasure. These grants today and this annual gathering to focus on issues that are important to women and girls are made possible by Women's Endowment Fund, whose founders dreamt big and worked hard. The work to build the endowment continues. Whether you made a gift to the fund during the foundation's Great Give last month, or made a gift in honor of a special woman on a special occasion, or you've made a provision in your estate plan to advance women, we salute you. If you haven't yet become part of the fund as a donor, I hope you will consider doing so now by going to our webpage at fundforwomenandgirls.org. And because this fund is built by the philanthropy of women, please know that there are many strategies and tools to support your charitable giving. I encourage you to explore them with staff at the Community Foundation to find what is best for you. And my last item of business is to introduce you to Miriam Kihara, our moderator for the panel discussion. So all of the biographies for the panelists can be found in your program. Miriam is known for many things, and many of them are captured in the bio section. Miriam joins us today as a skilled professional and alumni of the advisory board of the Fund for Women and Girls. And the topic she and the panelists will be discussing today is one that resonates with me as a mother of a child with disabilities and a mother who's grappling with the likelihood of needing elder care soon. You will have an opportunity to ask questions after the panel discussion. The panelists include Jessica Sager and all our kin. You guys can come up now. Elise Shaw, Institute for Women's Policy Research. Natalicia Tracy, Brazilian Worker Center.